that and this is a word that I got from a colleague, that I, took it and sort of revamped it in my own language, that what's missing from coaching, and I would even say what's missing from humanity, is allowing someone to fall apart with dignity and with grace.
Yeah, you said that. It's an amazing concept. Can you say that again for me?
Yeah. It's allowing someone to fall apart with dignity and with grace. That it's okay to not be okay. We have such this attachment to this idea that everything has to...
I'm fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Or this idea that everything has to be happy all the time. Everything has to be perfectly okay all the time. That's like a robotic experience. That's not a human experience. The human experience is there are breakdowns. So, we speak about it in the context of coaching, but I like to even broaden it. Like the human experience. Imagine the world we would live in if we all allowed each other to have our moments of breakdown, and we, like you said, and we simply held each other. Figuratively, literally, physically, spiritually, held each other and allowed each other to fall apart with dignity and grace. Because that's love for real.
Tell me more.
Well, it's like, many of us walk around with this idea that, I have all these buttons that you better not press. You better not trigger me because I don't like being triggered. It makes me feel uncomfortable. But what if those buttons that you created, what if those were the very things that you get to address that would help you grow and be a better person and be a better human? What if those are the very lessons that you get to learn that would help you be and grow into the highest, grandest essence of who you are? And, the example that I'm thinking of is involving my mother as well. It's when, this is maybe a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, some of my mother wounds began rising to the surface. And my initial instinct was, oh, I need to have a conversation with her about this. But the more I sat with it and allowed myself to heal my own wounds, because that's my responsibility as an adult. The more work I did on myself, the less compelled I felt to have a conversation, or the less I felt the need to have a conversation with her about it, because what I'm experiencing now doesn't have anything to do with her. It wasn't about placing blame or assigning, fault to her. She did the best she could with what she knew at the time. And I will forever be grateful for doing the best she could. And it's my responsibility to take the information that I have now, and I have the agency to choose how I manage this, challenge, how I respond to this information that I now have, as opposed to, oh, I got to have a conversation with her and hold her responsible so that she doesn't do the same things that she used to do, so that I'm not triggered again, so that I'm not wounded again. That's what I mean, is allowing her to have her wounded experience so that I could allow myself to have my wounded experience, and not walk around, because for a long time I felt like I couldn't really show up and be fully myself around my mother, because she's going to try to fix me. She's going to try to, she's always going to have an opinion about something that I'm doing that may not be the way she would have done it. Or she's always going to, question whether I'm doing the right thing.
What did it mean to you when she questioned or told you or challenged or pushed back?
It made me feel inadequate. Because it was like, it didn't occur to me as though she was questioning me. It occurred to me as though she was doubting me. Like, she knows it all. She already knows the answers, and she's just waiting for me to fall in line with what she wants me to do so that she can be happy. And so I went through the majority of my life seeking that approval from her. So I would always, I couldn't share news about something that was happening in my life, something that I was excited about, out of fear that she's gonna have something negative to say about it. And now, because I've given myself permission to do so, I can have conversations with my mom about whatever's happening in my life, and allow her to have her interpretation of it and not be affected by it.